Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading. This one is the December love prediction, December 2019, all about your love life and what's going to happen during the month of December for you guys with love and romance. You can watch this whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship, whether it's complicated or whatever. Doesn't matter. We're going to cover all the different, situations here in this card reading. So if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how it works. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you're the most drawn to. If you guys like to pick with some like visuals, we'll be placing some crystals below the cards in just a moment. But if you guys don't like to pick with crystals, you can pick based on the cards right here. And then once you're done choosing the card, you can scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific cards that you can skip ahead to watch your personal reading all about your December love life. But without further ado, let's add some crystals on these cards, starting now. All right, so here are our crystal options. We have some rainbow moonstone, blue chalcedony, we have some rose quartz, and some dendritic agate. I don't know why I'm pronouncing all the names like really weird right now, but these are our crystal options. So you guys can pause the video if you'd like again to find the pile that you're most drawn to. And then once you're done choosing, you can scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp and skip ahead to your personal reading. So without further ado, let's get started, starting now. All right, so group number 1, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. So we start off here with the 9 of Cups, then we have the Devil and the 6 of Cups. So whenever I immediately see the 6 of Cups here, this makes me think that you guys are probably going to be stuck on a past lover or reminiscing about the past, or somebody from your past is going to be coming back into your life. Whenever it's beside the Devil card though, this is usually someone who hasn't had the best influence on us. This could either be somebody who doesn't have the best intentions, or we feel very chained to a past relationship, or they still feel very chained to us. So it could be somebody coming back, and I'm really getting the vibes for most of you that this person is still like really in love with you. So I actually see a past lover coming back into your life in the month of December for you guys. Whenever we have the 9 of Cups here though, it could be that you guys are having like a really good month where you guys are feeling really great, and you're feeling as if like, you know, everything is on the up and up, and this person probably thinks very highly of you, or they think that, you know, they have a good plan in order to like get you back type of thing whenever we have the 9 of Cups, because it's kind of like getting everything that you wish for, feeling very fulfilled. Or maybe this person's going to put up a front of showing how much that they've changed and all this kind of stuff, and really try to get you back. But whenever we have the Devil in here, this is usually that they don't really have the greatest intentions, or they're just very, very, very attached to us to a point where it could lead to a little bit of toxic behavior or jealousy or control issues, stuff like that. So whenever we have this combination coming up, this is definitely, I definitely see somebody from the past coming back up into your life. If you guys are like married and stuff like that, I do see some sort of ex kind of like coming back in the picture or trying to talk to you again. No matter if you're single or in a relationship, I do see like an ex kind of coming back into your life, trying to get a hold of you, trying to talk to you. It could also be you thinking about a past relationship and maybe having a hard time letting go of kind of like a past relationship and moving on from it. But whenever we have the 9 of Cups here, this is usually like really good endings to everything. It's like, I don't feel like things are going to be super bad, but it might trigger some old emotions in you. It might trigger some of the old past stuff that you guys went through, some old memories. But for the most part, I still see December being quite a fulfilling month regardless, but I definitely see somebody coming back, and it could be a little bit more of a facade than anything, because the fact that we have 9 of Cups and the Devil here, like this is kind of showing that this person might have changed, but they still have that underlying kind of issues and tendencies that they're chained to over here. We also have the Victim card and then Child Orphan card. So this could be that somebody has like recently gained their own independence when we have the Child Orphan card, or maybe it's that they had to like grow independence from a really young age, but that kind of led them to having maybe a couple different issues that they have, and that it comes out in their relationships. And so it's something that I don't think that they're quite over yet. One of you guys might be playing the victim, like, oh, I'm so sad, like all this kind of happened to me sort of feeling, or it could bring up some of your old emotions from this relationship, since this person's kind of, it looks like they're going to try to contact you again in some sort of way. And they might kind of play the victim card where they're telling you like, hey, like, this is the reason why this happened. It could be like excuse after excuse after excuse kind of like coming up. But I do feel like you guys are going to be able to say no to this person because we have the Nine of Cups here. And this is like, I feel like you finally know what you want in a relationship. And you're finally at a place where you're pretty fulfilled without this person. And so I don't feel like it'll be like an issue for you guys to like accidentally fall back into this or anything like that. And maybe some of you guys do want to try it out or give this person a chance. But for the most part, I'm seeing for most of you that you're fulfilled enough without them. Therefore, you don't kind of like fall back into this trap and this emotional pull that they might have. We also have the play card over here and self-love. So again, when self-love comes up, it's definitely reminding me of the Nine of Cups that we have over here. So these two cards really play off of each other very well because they're both really talking about the fact that you're at a more fulfilled state of your life already. And so therefore you're not really falling back into this person's kind of game because whenever we have the devil and victim and these cards right here, this is definitely like somebody who can play a lot of mind games or a lot of tricks and stuff. They have a lot of tricks up their sleeve and controlling behaviors and stuff. But I feel like you guys are finally at a place where you have enough self-love and enough self-fulfillment in the month of December where you guys are just going to be like, you know what, I'm doing great on my own. It's totally fine. I feel great. I feel like you're going to be in a really good mood since we have this play card. The two dolphins right here might mean that you've already just begun like a new relationship. Therefore, you're feeling really fulfilled with this new person and you guys might not even be like official yet or anything. We do have these two dolphins, but the play card makes me think that it might be something that's fresh. So you guys might start an actual like healthy, fresh relationship with a different person in the month of December, or maybe you're currently in one, or maybe you're currently in the very happy, like committed relationship as well. But this playful card is like, I think you're at a much better stage of your life already. Even if you guys are single, I do see maybe like a friendship where you guys are very fulfilled because of the friends and the people that you're around and stuff like that. But somehow you're fulfilled relationship-wise, whether that's with just a really healthy group of friends or another lover. I do see like that you guys have kind of like a healthy balance going on there. Therefore, this person coming back into your life doesn't really faze you at all, and it's almost maybe even slightly humorous. But then we also have the separation card here and heart-to-heart conversations. And so separation popping up again makes me feel like, yes, you're separated from this person that's coming back into your life. I do feel like this person is an ex that's possibly coming back. And as we can see in this card, it's like this person's like laying in their bed, like with their eyes kind of wide open, having sort of restless sleeps. And so this could be that this person that you're not in a relationship with anymore is constantly thinking about you. They almost can't get any sleep because they're always thinking about you. The heart-to-heart conversations over here definitely makes me feel like, you know, this person's going to try to contact you again in some sort of way, and you're just going to have to be really open and honest with them. I feel like there's going to be that opportunity where, you know, you're just going to have to let your true, deepest feelings out, and of course they will too, but I feel like you guys, again, are kind of like moving past this. Then we also have the peace card right here. So this is a really good card to pop up because, again, I don't feel like this encounter is going to be like really scary by any means or anything like that, or just really hateful. I don't feel like it's going to cause any arguments. The peace card coming up again is like, you know, I do feel like through those heart-to-heart conversations with this person, I feel like you're going to be able to, you know, move on. It's going to be fine, and I feel like it'll help this person move on as well. And I do feel it's going to be like, it's not going to be bad by any means. Also have the starfish spirit and the ant spirit. So the ant spirit, whenever this comes up, this is like you guys are already working hard on your own life. They, you know, ants, they're constantly working, they're constantly doing things. I feel like your time is already so occupied and you're already so fulfilled with, you know, enough on your plate that you're not worried about, you know, love. You're not in a situation where you're going to fall back into something toxic because of a lack of self-worth or anything like that. Because we do have self-love over here. We have the ant spirit, which means like, you know, you're on the road to building something for yourself and you're not going to be sucked back into anything, so it's good. We do also have this starfish spirit, so I feel like, you know, this is like, whenever starfish spirit comes up, this is like really good luck. It's almost like the star card of like hope, fresh beginnings. It always makes me feel like fresh beginnings, and, you know, manifestation as well. I feel like you guys are manifesting your dreams and things are aligning for you. Starfish is always like, you know, things are coming together, things are coming into alignment for you, things are like, wishes are coming true. Wishes are totally coming true whenever we have starfish spirit. So I feel like your wishes are being fulfilled, especially because it correlates with the Nine of Cups so much, and we have that card here too. Definitely it's like, you're at such a good place where all your dreams are finally coming to fruition, and therefore, yes, there is a like maybe toxic or like just an ex coming back into your life in the month of December. But again, I feel like it's only gonna get so far as to having conversations with them, because I feel like they're gonna contact you in some way. But then after that, it's just gonna blow over. It's gonna be fine. So, all right, and so let's do some Astro Dice to get some more information on this. So we have Scorpio, we have Jupiter, and then we have the 8th house. So 8th house always deals with endings and beginnings. It is ruled by Scorpio, and we do have Scorpio popping up here as well. So this deals with, again, endings and beginnings. I feel like you guys are already on this new path. So you've begun this sort of new life. There's new hope. There's new possibilities opening up for you. There's new doors opening up for you. But again, something that's already ended is coming back up. Something that, you know, maybe wasn't exactly finished, or at least this person doesn't believe or feel like it's finished. So it's kind of like coming back up for them. Usually Scorpio deals with people that are they have a bit of obsession. And so this person that's coming back up is, you know, maybe a little bit obsessive over you, or they just can't stop thinking about you. You're constantly coming up in their mind. And then Jupiter is usually like expansion and benefits and stuff. So for me, it kind of really reiterates the fact that we have a lot of like the like starfish coming up. We have the 9 of Cups. So I feel like you guys are already in such a fulfilled place that you guys don't really need to worry about anything. Again, I want to reiterate the fact that you guys are on a really good path already, and you're making your dreams come true. You're really focused on yourself. You're putting in the work. I see that you guys are already making that fulfillment for yourselves. Yes, there's a kind of toxic ex coming back in that might have a little bit of obsession issues, and whenever we have Jupiter there, it's like their obsession is probably very strong, very powerful, very, like, Jupiter's the biggest planet, and so they feel like this huge, massive pull towards you. It's very, like, magnetic pull. But again, like, I don't feel like you guys are going to make any bad or wrong decisions, because I feel like you guys are already pretty fulfilled on your own. So again, everything's kind of looking good here, and beautiful things happening. Yeah, there's a kind of little fly that you got to swat off the wall, but that's fine. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 2, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your December love prediction. So let's get started. All right, so pile number 2, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. So we start off with the 4 of Swords, we have the Chariot and the Queen of Swords. So the 4 of Swords, whenever this comes up, we're usually contemplating something. We're usually thinking about something. The Chariot can indicate that we have a choice in front of us. We have 2 different options, but of course we're leaning to one way more. As you can see, she's like leaning out of the Chariot. She's looking at a direction, but usually the Chariot indicates that we kind of have a bit of a push and pull between 2 different areas. We have a black and a white, and we have a devil and an angel on our shoulder, and we kind of know where we want to go, but yet we're having a hard time making this decision, maybe because of other factors, and we feel like there's still certain things in our life that are pulling us in the other direction as well, and so therefore we're having a hard time choosing where we actually should go. Whenever we have the Queen of Swords coming up, this usually is like we have something we want to say, we have a lot on our mind, we're definitely thinking about something. It's a very intellectual month. We have 2 sword cards here, and this is usually all up in your head. So there's a lot going on in your mind. Again, I feel like you're trying to make some sort of decision, and I feel like you're headed in one direction. You're definitely being pulled in the direction, in a certain direction already. There's a bit more of a pull in one of them, but whenever the Queen of Swords comes up too, this is usually when we're being challenged to be very honest and being very straightforward with our thoughts. There might be something that you want to say with the 4 of Swords being here, but you're not ready to say it yet. But I feel like in December, you're gonna be definitely pulled towards actually speaking your mind, because as you can see in the photos here, or the pictures that we have kind of going on in the tarot, is the 4 of Swords is, you know, you're contemplating over here. The Queen of Swords is the one that speaks her mind. So over here, you're kind of being silent and thinking about it. Queen of Swords is cut and dry, and she says it how it is, no matter how much it might hurt people. So the Chariot over here, she's leaning into this direction. So I feel like in the month of the month of December, you guys are going to be leaning towards being like, okay, I need to speak my mind about this certain situation, and it's going to be heading in that direction. So this could be talking about a certain friendship, or it could be talking about a lover that's in your life, or it could even be talking about a family member, anything. So it can be talking about any of those different options, but I feel like for most of you, again, it is a love reading, so this might deal with something in love. So there could be, if you guys are in a relationship or you guys are seeing somebody, I feel like you're being pulled towards saying something. Or it could be that you guys are being pulled towards saying something because maybe maybe your family or your friends have a certain opinion on the person that you're seeing or something like that, or they have an opinion on your love life. I feel like there's people that have opinions on your love life, and you're being pulled in a direction of being like, I just need to speak my mind about this. I need to actually come out and say how I feel and say what's on my mind. Whereas I feel like at the moment you guys are maybe in a situation where you feel like, maybe it's best if I just don't say anything at all. So I'm definitely feeling that kind of stuff going on in your guys' love life in the month of December. And then we also have the Don Juan card, and we also have Servant over here. So whenever Servant pops up, especially when we have these cards over here in the context that we're kind of talking about, Servant always talks about the fact that we're currently serving others. We currently have other people on our mind, and we're people pleasing. So at the moment you might be people pleasing, but you know that you want to eventually speak your mind about something. But right now maybe you're walking on eggshells trying to please other people, or trying to put on a facade or a fake thing in order to please other people right now. But you know that that's not exactly what you want. You know you want to come forward and say what's truly on your mind. Don Juan can mean that maybe the people that have an opinion on your love life, maybe they don't like the person that you're with because they think they're a bit more of a player, or they think that they don't have the best intentions, or they think that, this person's just, they don't like the vibes of this person, basically, that you might be seeing. Or it could be that other people have such an opinion on your love life, therefore you feel like you have to put on a fake front, because Don Juan's always like a man who puts on like a fake front, or he is a bit more of a player or something like that. So there could be somebody in your life that has those qualities, and maybe people are telling you like, hey, I think he's this way, and you feel like you don't want to speak up for yourself at the moment. Could be that they're seeing those types of qualities, or maybe it's even talking about the fact that you have a bit of those qualities as well, where it's like you aren't being totally honest with the other people in your life, or that you feel like you need to put on a facade because you feel like you need to people please instead of just speaking your truth. We do also have the love card right here, and then we have boundaries. Okay, so love coming up. I do feel like December's a month where you guys are going to be feeling tons of emotions. I feel like it's going to be an emotional overload. There's going to be a pour of emotions. And yes, it's beautiful. I feel like there's something that's filling your heart, or something that you're wanting to attract in your life. Maybe there's a person that you have your eyes set on, or maybe you're just really wanting to fall in love, or maybe you have a significant other in your life right now that's making you feel a certain way, and therefore you feel like you need to speak your mind about something to other people and set up, again, boundaries. Boundaries is popping up because maybe currently you feel like you're in a shell, because this little armadillo on the front of this card here, he's like wrapped up in a shell. He's not wanting to come out of his shell. So I feel like at the moment that correlates so much to the Four of Swords, where you guys aren't wanting to speak your mind and you have your walls up, but you know that you need to come out and be honest and speak your truth. So I feel like December is like that sort of theme where you guys feel like you need to come out and totally speak your truth about something. We do also have oh my gosh, tarot is so funny. Right when I saw this card, I was like, oh my God, of course we have healing family issues coming up right here. So again, I kind of feel like there's certain people who have an opinion on your love life. And so it could either be friends, or it could be family members, literally. But whenever this pops up, again, we have people telling us like how to be, how to act, what to go for, what to do with our lives. And so I feel like December is a huge month where you guys finally have to, instead of people pleasing, you have to speak your truth, what's truly on your mind, and it's going to heal. You're going to be given the opportunity to heal certain family issues, or friendship issues, or even relationship issues of people that, have their own agenda for us, but yet we are, either adults or we're soon becoming adults, and we need to live our life for ourselves. And we also have make the effort. And so this is when I see this card, it's really like, forgiving, apologizing, telling people how we truly, truly feel, though, making the effort to finally like come out and speak our truth. Again, it's reiterating right there. And then we also have insight, because I feel like you guys, I'm getting the feeling like you guys have something to say, but you're not wanting to say it because you don't want to cause arguments, you don't want to cause drama. So therefore, you're keeping your insight to yourself. You're keeping your truest, deepest thoughts to yourself, and you're kind of bundled up like this, not wanting to come out of your shell. So I feel like December is a time where you guys are coming out of your shell. You can actually offer insight to this situation. It's going to heal the relationships that are currently in your life by being open and honest and speaking your truth. By making that effort, it's going to heal so much. Speaking your truth is going to help you break free and set proper boundaries where you guys don't feel like you're have to curl up in a shell anymore, and you guys can feel freedom to speak what you want to have, what you want to say, but yet still keep healthy boundaries. We also have the deer spirit, and then we have the porcupine spirit. So whenever porcupine comes up, like there is something on your mind. There's something bothering you. There's something poking at you. There's something that, porcupine's a lot like the sword cards that we have popping up. We have 2 sword cards over here and the porcupine spirit. So this is like, there's something that it's gonna kind of hurt to bring up. It's gonna kind of sting to bring up. Maybe it hurts because maybe you're not used to speaking your mind. You're used to, again, people pleasing when we have the servant card over here. There's a part of you that's used to people pleasing, and it's time for you to let that go. Yes, what you have to say might, poke and prod at some people when we have that porcupine, but you know that it needs to be said. You know that it needs to be said. So definitely feeling that. We also have that deer spirit right here. So it's like, you can say it in a gentle way. I feel like you're a gentle person. When we have deer coming up, it's so opposite of the porcupine, because deer likes to be really gentle, really caring, really like, they're soft with their approach. So you can be soft with your approach, but again, you still have things that you want to say that, yes, might poke and prod at people, but you can do it in your beautiful, gentle way, offer insights to the situation, and make things known, because people pleasing is never a good thing. You guys need to just come out and be yourself. We all know that that's the healthiest way to be, because if we are closing ourselves off, we're not allowing ourselves freedom. We're basically shutting ourselves off to everything that we want to experience, and people pleasing is never a good thing, because no matter what we do, we can never fully make other people happy. It just doesn't work. It never happens. Like, you could never. And plus, you weren't put on this earth to make other people happy. Nobody was put and placed on this earth to make somebody else happy. You are put on this earth to make yourself happy. Everyone's responsible for their own happiness, so it's fine. It's finally time for you guys to step up and take control of your own life, take control of your own happiness, and allow others to, control their own happiness. So let's see what the Astro Dice has to say. Let's add some more insight into this reading. All right, so we have Venus, we have Virgo, and then we have the 10th house. So Virgo always talks about, there's some sort of control here. Virgo is also huge on healing. So again, it reiterates the family healing card that we have over here. And this is kind of like adding some healing. I do feel like it's going to be major, major healing times for you. The 10th house usually it's ruled by Capricorn. And so this coming up is like, there's a mountain we have to climb. We know we have to get to the top of it. And that there's a goal that you want to reach. And therefore, it's time to stop people pleasing. It's time to let go, shed the old skin, and just be like, I know where I want to go, and I'm just going to go there. I'm going to have my sights set, and I'm going to get there, and other people will get healed in the process. But it's just like about taking control over your own life again, organizing your own life and living for what you desire. When Venus comes up, this is like, what do you love? What are your passions? Where is your heart? And climb towards that. Make the climb towards what you're personally desiring and wanting. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 2, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 3, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your December 2019 love prediction. So let's get started. All right, so pile number 3, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. So we have Temperance, we have 8 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Whenever Temperance pops up, some of you guys might be in a long-distance relationship. So this could be talking about the fact that, you might have a interest in somebody who's at quite a bit of a distance from you, or it could mean that you're currently in a relationship and either that person is traveling this month very far away from you, or it could just mean that you guys are in a long-distance relationship as well. If not, if you guys are completely single, it could be that somebody is going to kind of like, a love interest is going to come into your life in the month of December, but this person is going to live at a little bit of a distance from you. 8 of Swords is kind of talking about the fact that we feel caged about the situation. We feel like we might not be able to do anything about it. And usually in long distance relationships, that's sort of a theme that comes up where we feel kind of stuck. So 8 of Swords is usually when we feel stuck. This could also be somebody who has a crush on you that's not really like opening up about it, because Temperance means that there's like an emotional kind of like distance happening, and Eight of Swords meaning like secrets or feeling stuck or feeling like you can't say something. So could be somebody who has their eyes on you that hasn't come out and said something, but they will in the month of December with the Page of Swords here. So it could be talking about distance, or it could be talking about somebody who's maybe even close to you, but hasn't come out about their true feelings yet. And whenever we have Page of Swords at the end here, this is somebody who's finally they're gonna say something. They're finally gonna come forward and be like, hey, so I have this and this feeling about you. But usually when it's a Page of Swords, it's the very beginning, and so they kind of drop hints about it, or they might come out and say something like really quick and like really fast, where we have to kind of like think about it for a second. We're like, wait a minute, did they just say that? Did they just say that they liked me? So I'm definitely feeling like somebody has their eyes on you, especially when I'm looking at the Page of Swords. This is looking like somebody's like, you know, they have their sights on you, and they're thinking about you. But this could also be talking about, so I feel like there's two different groups of people that could have picked this pile, either the people that have a long distance relationship going on right now, or those of you that are single. There's like some sort of like distant admirer, or somebody who, you know, has thought about you for a long time but hasn't been open about their feelings, and they're feeling a little bit closed off. So definitely feeling those two different vibes from this reading right now. So let's see what more we have kind of coming up here. So we have the Destroyer, and then we also have Judge. So Destroyer, I do feel like, again, this volcano is about to blow. There's somebody who really, really likes you. They've felt like they couldn't say anything, and I feel like they're going to say it really quick, and it's just going to like come out of nowhere, where all of a sudden they're just like, I really like you, and I've always liked you. And it's just like, oh, what? So I'm definitely feeling that from this pile. The Judge card right here, it's like the balance of the scales. So it reminds me a lot of Libra. So this is like somebody who's contemplating. This person is definitely contemplating about whether or not they should tell you. And I feel like even your reaction might be like, wait, what? And it might totally like catch you off guard. The Judge card is definitely reminding me of like you being completely caught off guard, and it's going to tip your scales a little bit, where you feel like it's going to throw you off balance almost. It's going to be like, wait a minute, I was not expecting that at all. And then, yeah, so I do feel like their volcano is just going to explode, you know, and they're just going to be like, I've always loved you. And then it might catch you totally off guard, and it's going to be like, wait, what? For those of you that are in long distance relationships, though, I feel like it's going to reach a point where it's just like, oh my God, I feel like exploding, because like, I feel so stuck, and I want to do something about this, and I want to find balance. I want to find peace with this. I want to, you know, find a way to make this work. I want to find a way to make this happen. So I'm definitely seeing that for December for you guys. Then we also have Compassion over here, and we have Reclaim. So Reclaim is like the Reclaim card is really making me feel like this person that has their sights set on you, they like, again, they're staring at you. When we have this card, this like they're looking right at you, and they're thinking about you, and they're thinking about, how can I get this person? How can I get this person to like me? All that kind of stuff. So they're definitely, you know, their sights are set on you. With this Compassion card over here, I feel like there's a lot of feelings involved. I feel like maybe you guys are friends at the moment, or just like acquaintances, and, you know, again, things are at more of like, there's a compassion here. There's like, you know, an interest from this person, but I don't know if you technically truly share that interest with this person, honestly. I feel like with Compassion is like, you might feel compassionate for them. You might be like, oh, that's really nice, but I don't know if you guys are gonna immediately feel the same way back to this person. If you guys are in a long distance relationship, though, this is kind of talking about, I feel like you guys are going to sort out a way to see each other again when we have this Reclaim card. I feel like there's a lot of like, you know, there's a connection between you two, and there's like plans to see each other again when we have Reclaim, because you two are wanting to reclaim each other. We also have Honeymoon. So for those of you that are single, not in a long distance relationship, I feel like, you know, this person dreams about a lot with you. They're hoping for a lot. For those of you that are in a long distance relationship, again, this is meaning that I feel like that you guys are going to plan a trip to see each other very soon. Then we also have Release Your Ex. So this card coming up, This is almost making me feel like, as we can see, like this is like a helpless angel. So if you guys are in a long distance relationship, I feel like you guys might feel at a stuck point where it's like, oh, what do we do about this? It's so hard. It's so frustrating to like constantly be long distance like this. And so it might be like these issues popping up where you guys are like, do we continue with this? How do we fix this? How do we reclaim each other? How do we make this work? These types of questions are going to come up for you guys in the month of December. But I do feel like everything's going to be okay. And that reclaiming card is like reiterating the fact that, you know, there's enough love there and there's enough like honeymoon bliss. There's enough, you know, desire between you two to keep it going. So that's a good thing right there. But for those of you that have a secret admirer, I feel like this person's like finally going to reach a point of like, I just need to release my emotions. So I'm really seeing this card as more of an emotional thing of like, I need to express and release my emotions. I'm at a point where I just need to tell this person how I feel. So I feel like you guys are definitely going to be approached by somebody this month where they're going to finally come out about their truest feelings. Then we also have the card here of emotional purity. So this person, again, has a lot of emotions towards you and they need to release that in order to purify their emotions. I feel like they're pent up right now and that's why they're going to have that kind of like explosion of like, okay, I just need to release all of this to emotionally purify myself. I feel like they've been holding on to it for quite a while and they've had these feelings for quite a while. For those of you in a long distance relationship, this is really talking about that you guys have a lot that you want to say as well in order to figure out how you guys can reclaim the relationship and kind of make it work, how you guys can see each other again, create that like bliss and see each other in person again. And then we also have the crow spirit. So this one is like, again, somebody has their sights on you. Whenever I'm looking at the crow there, it's like, I picture a crow that's like standing on the side of a fence, like eyeing down its prey almost. And I don't mean that in a creepy way, but we have a lot of like cards that are like, deal a lot with the eyes, you know? And so this person really has their sights set on you. I feel like they've been watching you, waiting how to, and I don't mean this in a creepy way. I really don't, guys. But they've been like, you know, it could be a really close friend of yours that's been constantly, you know, wanting to express themselves, but they don't know how. And so this person's probably stalking you a little bit on social media, thinking about you a lot. For those of you that are in a long distance relationship though, this is more of like this person wants to get to you. Again, we can see this crow hasn't like opened up its wings yet. So they're not like, maybe the travel plans haven't been quite made yet, but you guys are seeking out a way. This is like seeking out a way to make it happen and like reclaim each other. And then we also have cow spirit over here. The miracles are endless. And so at the end over here, cows always make me feel like for you guys that are in a long distance relationship, this is like, yes, there's a lot of hope here, but it takes a while to get the ball moving because for a cow, they're really slow moving. And so to actually push a cow to get it moving takes a lot of effort. So it takes a lot of effort to finally get your guys' relationship moving to where you guys can see each other again, all that kind of stuff. But once you do get a cow moving, usually it's hard to stop them. Usually they'll just keep running until they get to their destination. So definitely seeing that for you guys in the long distance relationship. For those of you that have this secret admirer, I feel like this person might gift you, seeing a lot of flowers, so this person might actually come to you with flowers or something, or they might just come to you and express, like, they're like a blooming flower that's finally like, I need to just express all of this emotion. So I'm definitely seeing that for you guys. And let's throw in the Astro dice to find out some more information on this reading for you guys. We have the 11th house, we have Mars, and then we have Scorpio. So the 11th house deals with travel, because it's ruled by Aquarius, and usually it deals with worldly travel. So those of you in a long-distance relationship, I do think travel plans are being made. They might be quite spontaneous as well when we have Mars here, because this is like a lot of passion. And then Scorpio for you guys, there's, again, so much desire between you and this person. When we have Mars and Scorpio, traditionally, Scorpio is actually ruled by Mars, so they correlate to each other and complement each other perfectly because they really relate to each other. And so this is like trying to reclaim and conquer each other because of a lot of passion between you two and a lot of magnetic attraction. So travel plans would be made between you two that are in a long distance relationship. So for those of you that have a secret admirer though, again, this person has their sights on you. They're probably stalking you on social media because the 11th house does rule social media. So it could be that they're finally going to come out and really say something. Again, I think it's going to be quite abrupt when we have Mars, and then we also have the Destroyer card, because Mars is also kind of like, they erupt just like the volcano over here. Mars is like, whew, and usually it's very passionate. Usually this person's a little bit, Scorpio is a little bit obsessed usually, and so the 11th house, Again, they probably obsess over your social media. They probably are constantly going over your pictures on social media, or like trying to talk to you over social media. So I feel like there's probably a lot of talking where they either text you a lot and they're finally going to, you know, erupt and tell you their truest, deepest feelings. So that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. All right, so my last pile number 4, if you guys chose this one, this is going to be your December love prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 4, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. So we have the Emperor, we have Judgment, and we have the Queen of Cups here. So the Emperor makes me think of like conquering immediately. So I feel like you guys might have, like, I feel like most of you guys who picked this pile are probably in a relationship, since we have the Queen of Cups over here. I just want to say that. So I'm going to talk about the relationship possibilities first. So if you guys are in a relationship, I feel like there's something that you guys need to conquer, or there's something you guys need to like do to really, like, you know, either win this person over or kind of woo them in some sort of way. I do see like some wooing happening here, especially emotionally, because we have the Queen of Cups. So this is like somehow you're on top of your emotions, you're on top of all these things. I do feel like there might be a deep talk that you guys have with a loved one when we have the Judgment over here. So there might be some like deep talks where you guys need to like get something off your chest. You need to kind of shed some old skin and like kind of have a sense of renewal. But again, I feel like it's somehow conquering something. So there could be like a deep talk that you guys need to have where you, like, you know, step the game up here. The game needs to be stepped up, whoever picked this pile. So I do feel like you guys are going to be on top of your game, and I do feel like something's getting to the next level where you guys can finally sit on your throne and, you know, drink your tea. So I'm definitely seeing that for you guys who picked this pile. If you guys are single, though, I feel like you guys are going to be you know, feeling really good about yourselves in the month of December. I feel like you guys are going to be emotionally fulfilled. Things are going great. I do feel like there's going to be a love interest coming up if you guys are single when we have the Queen of Cups over here. So this is like somebody definitely coming into your life, offering their emotions to you, that kind of stuff. But you might be a little bit judgy, and you might be like, nah, I'm just going to like wipe that one off my shoulder, wipe the dust off my shoulder. It kind of looks like, this is like Thoth right here in ancient Egyptian culture, if you guys know who he is, but it looks like he's kind of, you know, like doing that like brush the shoulder type of like so you guys might have your head turned towards somebody, or you guys might be too focused on yourselves to put your love towards a loved one as well. So I'm kind of seeing that you guys might give the cold shoulder to somebody as well in the month of December, whether you guys are single or in a relationship. This is kind of like giving the cold shoulder. But then also I feel like halfway through the month you guys are going to be like, wait a minute, I'm a bit too focused on myself right now and I need to focus on them. Therefore you're going to start to do stuff for them, and you're going to be like, okay, I need to focus my attention over here. I need to really care for this person, that kind of stuff. We also have the Mediator right here, and then we have Messiah. So whenever we have the Mediator pop up, it reminds me a lot of the Judgment card, because somehow either you guys, some of you guys who picked this pile might be going through a divorce with somebody when we have Mediator and Judgment. So that might come up for you guys who, some of you guys who've picked this pile. But for the most part, I'm not seeing that for most of you. I'm more seeing that you guys might have some sort of talk with your lover, where either your lover is going to be like, I need a little bit more of your time. I feel like we're not really spending enough time together, or I feel like you're not really paying attention to me, or you're on your phone too much, or you're doing work too much, you're away too much type of thing. So there could be a talk that you guys need to have, or it could be a talk about a whole different subject entirely. But I do feel like there's going to be some sort of like discussion that you guys have. And I don't feel like it's going to be an argument, because Mediator usually means that we kind of come to a conclusion between both of us, and we're just kind of talking about our feelings rather than arguing about them. Whenever we have Messiah popping up, this is like, this card kind of reminds me of, there's going to be a really good conclusion. I feel like it's going to be easily solved, whatever kind of like problem that kind of arises here in the month of December. It's going to be quite easily solved and worked out. But yeah, again, I feel like there's a conqueringness, and I do feel like it's more on the man's part, because we have the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. And if you guys are you know, in a same-sex relationship, which totally support, but I'm just saying whoever has the more masculine type energy is going to be the one that, you know, is a little bit too focused on themselves this month, and whoever has the more feminine type of energy is going to be the one that's like, hey, I need a little bit more attention. I feel like you're a little bit distracted and stuff like that. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of discussion between you two where the more masculine energy is going to have to give more of their time or attention towards the more feminine energy of this relationship. Then we also have the Weaver and Nature. So for those of you that are single, I do want to just say that there could be somebody who really wants to date you or really wants to be in your life. And again, you might be giving them the cold shoulder, but then you realize you have to give them a little bit more time in this. When we have Weaver, this usually comes up when we're kind of like, we're entangled with somebody. We have our sights on somebody. We have our emotions are intertwined with another person. I do feel like it's going to get even more intertwined. I feel like, again, you're conquering the next step here. And you might feel a little bit like tied up as well, because this is kind of reminding me of this tied up energy where either you feel like you have to work too much, or you feel like you're too obligated to other things right now in order to please the person that you're with. And so I feel like in the month of December for you guys, there's a lot of tied up energy here. And then when we have Nature over here, I do feel like by the end of the month, you guys are gonna be able to come together and things are going to be pleased. Things are going to be happy after this, because again, we have like, finally we're focusing our time on this person by the end of the month, and we come back together and it's like, okay, things worked out. It's beautiful. Also do have the Deception card and Children. So when this comes up, it could be that, again, we're entangled to different obligations. Children don't always mean like literally our children. So for some of you, it does mean that maybe your children are taking up too much of your time and too much of your focus, where you don't have the romance in your relationship anymore. Or if you guys aren't of the age of having children yet and you guys don't have children, it could just be that you're entangled into too many different obligations at the moment, where it feels like you're not really focusing too much on your lover. And when we have Deception, it's usually like, maybe this person feels as if you don't care about them enough, or maybe it feels to them as if you don't care about them, but yet you do, but you're just entangled in a lot right now. Or it could just, it could be the opposite, where your lover is a bit too entangled by things right now and you're feeling a little bit left out. We do also have the Protection card right here. So this comes up when, we feel a little bit defensive. And so the kind of like arguments that I'm seeing a little bit, where it's not really an argument, it's more of like a discussion, but somebody might have their heart guarded for a little bit, because they feel maybe like you're not too focused on them, and maybe it's triggering some worries, or it's triggering some, of this person's insecurities, or even your own insecurities. So, you might have your walls up in the month of December, but those are going to be broken down. I do see them being broken down, and things are going to get to a good place at the end. And then we also have the Turkey Spirit and the Lion Spirit. So the Lion Spirit, again, reminds me of conquering. So it's a lot like the Emperor, where this person's going to have to reconquer you, or you're going to have to reconquer this person and show them how much you truly care, and really like in nature, nurture them, get to a nurturing place. And then when we also have the Turkey Spirit right here, this is like, we're going to have to give a lot to this person, or this person's going to have to give a lot to us. This, turkeys remind me of Thanksgiving, where we talk about giving, and sharing, and where we give to others. And so this person's really going to have to either like give to you, and I do feel like that's going to happen by the end of the month, or you're going to have to really give to this person because of like a lack of time together, or just like some kind of like either painful thing that happened where this person kind of puts their walls up. But I don't feel like it's going to be that painful. The cards that we have coming up that show the disagreements that we're having are not disruptive disagreements. They're just kind of like, like we're misunderstanding each other. It's more of a misunderstanding that's going to be easily worked out. So I'm definitely seeing that. And let's do some Astro Dice to find out some more information on this. All right, so we have Aquarius, the third house, and the moon. So the third house deals with our communication. So again, I feel like there might be some misunderstandings, especially when we have Aquarius popping up, which is ruled by Uranus. And so this is very unexpected things. And so I'm definitely getting a misunderstanding energy here. And we're just gonna have to really talk about and express our feelings and our emotions when the moon pops up. So this is about really turning around, expressing your emotions towards this person. Like, no, I really do care. This is a misunderstanding that's kind of happening. So I do feel like a couple misunderstandings, but again, it's leading to a really good place where you guys understand each other deeper, and you guys have a good talk, a very healthy talk between you two. So I'm definitely seeing that for you guys who picked pile number 4. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give this video a really big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.